Do you want to stay up to date with the messiest drama on the internet? Or what about those crazy viral challenges? Then be sure to tune in to TMZ Verified, the podcast. I'm Wild.
I'm Steph.
And each week we're either breaking down the spicy viral stories or we're hanging out with the most popular influencers around. Tana Mojo is in the building.
I don't even know if they're hating. They're probably just telling the truth, but we love the haters too.
Sophia Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk, but let's be real with each other, you know?
Bryce Hall is here, y'all. Make some noise, people.
I'm single, by the way.
Right.
So if you like viral drama, influencer culture, and just overall hot messiness, check out new episodes of TMZ Verified every Thursday right here on Spotify.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. Now, before I get into this episode, I just want to let you guys know an ongoing problem that I've been having with my jaw. I have a joint disorder or something like that. It's called TMJ disorder. It's this super long word that starts with a J or with a T. And yeah. That this joint disorder has my jaw just all messed up. It's just constant pain. Can't even eat my favorite foods. I can barely even eat foods. I was sitting there eating some croissant sandwiches. Them like Jimmy Dean or Jimmy John small little croissant sandwiches. I had to flatten the sandwich just so I can eat it. But overall, if I open up my jaw to a certain length, then yeah, it is it's a very painful feeling. I have to say it's probably been the most. It's I've never been in this most pain before in my jaw. I remember before it hurt, but I could still open up my jaw and things. I don't know. I remember when it very first started. I have to say it's probably really bad now than it was before. So yeah, but overall, it ain't gonna stop me from doing my weekend duties, and that's recording just any duties that I got going on. That sounded so weird, but yeah, overall, it ain't going to change anything. I can still talk. I still got a voice. My jaw might be in pain, but I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing. If anything's, I'll just try to say. I thought about doing a text-to-speech podcast and just typing up everything that I needed to say. Feel like that had been probably but that had taken too long. No, I ain't got time for all that. It's easier just talking. Yeah, I might be in pain, but that's how lazy I was gonna be. I was bro, if my jaw is annoying, and I mean it is annoying right now, but I could get through it. I can, but anyways, what I wanted to talk about that movie Jeepers Creepers, because I was watching that and I got to thinking, I'm what is Jeepers Creepers supposed to be? Where did he come from? Where's his where did his origin start? Is there more Jeepers Creepers? Is there a wife that he because I need to know, is there more of him? But the thing is, though, with that movie, to actually talk about it and behind it and everything, because that movie, when the first one came out, good. Second one came out, I thought it was okay. I thought it was good and things. A lot of people didn't like it, but yeah, this third one that came out, bad, horrible. Definitely, it was a side. If that would have been the first one that I had seen, I probably wouldn't have watched the other ones. And 1 and 2 was good. It was definitely better than 3. People crapped on 2. People said everything that they said about 2. Honestly, thought 2 was good. But yeah, if you watch 3, then it was they had some good scenes here and there. But yeah, 3 was it was bruh, that movie, it got, I don't even know more so if it was rushed, but more so as the production behind it, the budget and everything, it wasn't up there. How what it should have been. But I guess there's the guy that's behind that movie, he got a crazy past to him. I guess there's he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old, And so, yeah, it was all down. That thing, they said that happened in like 88. So I'm like, dang, how did he even make the first two? I'm like, bro, like, wait a minute, what? Like, that was something I didn't see until, I think, after 2, and when they were talking about 3 for the longest. Because 3, I remember they kept saying, like, 3 was going to come out, 3 was going to come out. They even came out with this fake trailer and stuff, making it seem like the third one was going to come out, and it didn't. And I'm like, bro, I'm saying, like, if it's going to come out, then okay. But if it doesn't, if one point, I eventually just gave up. Now it's just all like, this movie is never going to come out. So I'm like, I'm not even going to sweat it. Whatever happens, happens. But then anyways, yeah, the third one came out and it was a sci-fi movie. So I should have known by that happening, like it being a Actually, no. When did I see that movie for the first time? Was it on Sci-Fi? I can't remember. I really can't. But I remember I watched that movie for the first time, the third one. And I was like, are you serious? This is what I've been waiting for ever since my childhood. Like, yeah, I watched that movie when I was a kid. I mean, if you watch it, like, now, then, alright, then, you know, like, because as a kid, like, all movies, to me, I found them good. Even the second one is so. That's why I was just like, that's why I like the second one so much, because I seen it when I was a kid. You'd ask like a lot of critics or people of age and stuff older than me and things, and they're all like, oh yeah, the movie was corny, the movie was dumb, I ain't like it and stuff. But me as a kid, I was like, man, I don't even care. This movie is good. Like, this is the stuff I grew up on. This is the stuff I watched all the time. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, I was like, with that movie, I'm like, man, it could have been good. Like, I honestly think the only way that movie could be good again is if they do a remake. Like, whole new people behind that movie, but like, yeah, they have to do a remake. Like, buy the rights from that guy and then, yeah, overall turn that movie. Because I feel like that they can definitely remake the first one and probably have a lot more crazier scenes and stuff in it. But it'll probably be years down the road before they do something like that. Like, cause no, Jeepers Creepers, it is a good concept. Like, creepy, human monster-like guy that's just going around killing people and stuff. Yeah, we all need a movie like that. We seriously do. No, that movie was good. That's definitely one of the childhood movies I really did like. There's a few childhood movies that I like. I feel like overall, I ain't gonna be talking about Jeepers Creepers, throughout this whole podcast. I should just like turn this into a super long podcast and stuff and just talk about all the different types of movies and crap that I like. I don't know what I plan on talking about and things. Just anything to make this podcast worthy of a long and lengthy podcast. But Jeepers Creepers was good. House on Haunted Hills, the 90s version with Taye Diggs and Ali Carter, whatever that girl's last name was, I can't remember. But anyways, she was in that Obsessed movie with Beyonce. But no, she was, first time I seen her, she was in House on Haunted Hills. That movie slaps. That movie is good. Like, that's the movie where I was watching it as a kid. I watched a lot of scary movies as a kid. Like, I just wanted, if I ain't never said that before, I'm saying it now. I watched a lot of scary movies as a kid. Like, and I know people gonna probably say, like, oh, Jeepers Creepers and House on Haunted Hills, those movies weren't scary. I know if I had brought that to Bring Your Movie to School Day, I know there probably had been some kids in there crying. Because they had the idea of something like that, Jeepers Creepers, hiding underneath their bed, or one of the characters from House on Haunted Hills hiding underneath. Yeah, that stuff would scare the life out of something like that. Even thinking about it now, I'm like, dang, I wouldn't even like, that kind of leaves me a little like, wow, if something like that happened, I probably would move out. But I'm like, then where can I honestly go? If we got stuff like that in the world, like, where can you go? Seriously. But anyways, no, House on Haunted Hills, that movie, I think that's a movie, in my opinion, cannot be touched. Like, I feel like House on Haunted, that movie alone, like that, because they made, like, an older version. But that 90s version, no, that was good. That was good. I know I think they made, like one of them like sci-fi versions of it and stuff. And yeah, I was like, I don't even think I had watched it. And I'm like, nah, that's alright. I like the 90s one. The 90s one, that was the one that hit. Like, that was the one where it was like everything was scary about, especially the ending. When there's like, when they, them two, the couple was fighting, and then she busted through this like old, like, wooden door or something like that. Then she went into this room where like the big demon was at and things, and then that demon got a hold of her. Turned her into some like weird, I don't know, like pretty much just messed her up, killed her overall and things. But yeah, I was like, that was crazy. When that ghost Tay Diggs jumped in the pool of blood, and then the girl was trying to save him, and then he walks around the corner talking about, what are you doing? Then all of a sudden she just gets pulled into the pool of blood. Like, not all the way, but like you knew it was a ghost and things. And so what else was crazy about that movie? That movie, it did creep me out though as a kid, but I still watched it. That was a movie I still watched. I'm like thinking about it because I'm like, dang man, there were some like crazy scenes in that movie. Because they showed the one girl in there, she was like recording stuff. I think she was like a journalist in the movie or something, but she was good. She, of course, her like just, just doing some like dumb stuff. She decides that she's going to explore the place by herself. That's the first rule in movies like that. You don't go anywhere by yourself. Regardless of what you are seeing, you don't go anywhere by yourself. You stay as a group. Okay, you do it military style. Y'all stand in a circle and you look at every single corner of that place. Because if they would have just stayed in the one area, they probably would have lived. They probably would have been okay. They might have heard some things, alright? They probably had to do a little bit of running, but I felt like that they probably all could have survived. But what's a scary movie without that one person going missing? Then everybody tries to find them. Then they all got to split. Then they done seen some stuff, met up with the group again. They're all like, we got to get out of here. And then they're all like, no, we got to do this. And then they split up again. Then they get killed. And then, yeah, that's overall how those movies go. Seriously, man, there's people, they be doing some dumb stuff in movies. Like, let's just talk about that for a second, because I don't understand why in those movies, okay, why do people go to places by themselves? Like, I understand, like, it's for the movie and it's for the scenes, but what I need at one point in time in my life is a realistic scary movie. Okay, like, I need that realistic scary movie, and it's probably movies like thriller movies and mystery movies and stuff. But I need that one, like, I need House on Haunted Hills, but the realistic version. Like, the version that, like, we get people's opinions, like, okay, what would you do in this situation? Then we write that into the movie. Because I know if it would have been me, and they have been like, okay, so what would you do in this situation where you're going to a haunted house and the pay for it is $6 million and things, and you gotta like survive the whole night and stuff. Like, I probably would have done it because I'm like, dang, like, I think no, wasn't it I think it was $1 million, but there was like 6 people in total, and then there was like 2 people left, and then it was like, yeah, then the 2 people that had split the $6 million, but overall, like, $6 million, $1 million, however much it was, like, well, okay, so if they did contact me and they was just like, okay, like, outcome's gonna be $6 million, I'm like, dang, $6 million, okay, I don't have $6 million, I want $6 million, like, stay in a haunted house for the night. I think I can do that. As long as nobody don't press any buttons or they don't go and decide like, hey, let's explore around. No, put a TV off up in there. I promise y'all stay off up in there. Actually, you know what? No. Question I will probably ask before I even do something like that. Because now thinking about it, I would ask that person, okay, has anybody died, okay, in this place? Like, where, like, because, and they most likely they might lie. They might lie because they're all like, no, let's try to get this person in there. He seemed like he's a good candidate for staying in this haunted house. But if they were to be honest, and they was just like, oh yeah, and an insane asylum was built underneath the hotel or underneath the house. And so, yeah, they all went crazy, burnt the whole place down, and they all died. I'm like, you see, stuff like that, I'm not with it. So yeah, overall, like I don't know. I don't know if Ghost is real, but I don't want to find out, especially in a situation like that. Like that's where I'm like, you know what? Nah, like nah. I don't know about that one, guys. Like I really don't. And then in a Jeepers Creepers situation, like I'll just drive. I've been like they were stopping way too many times. Like that's in that movie because when they stopped at the diner and they just sitting there just waiting and things. After if I cause like what Derry had seen when he was when he slid down like that like well, what would you like, sewer line or a sewer pipe or something like that? Whatever it was. When he slid down that thing, busted his head, then he started looking around and seeing all those bodies and stuff. I had been gone. I wouldn't even want to have been in there in the first place because overall, the fact of me being in a dark area by myself, all right, can't do it. Cannot do it. And he already knows like what happened. He's talking about, oh, grab my feet so I could get me a closer look. I'm like, bro, if I had been with him, like if I had been in that movie, I'm like, bro, if you can't see what you're seeing from the standing point, you don't need to put your whole body in there. Like, come on, man, think about this. Because you slide down there, I'm not going to go down there and get you. Like, nah, bro, this man show up here. Like, well, all right, then it's like, what are you going to do? He shows up. Because I know, he going to see the car. He's definitely going to see the car. Most likely chase me. And I'm like, nah, man, like, no, I ain't got time. I do not have the time to be over here trying to figure out what's down this thing. You already know what's down there. You seen the man put 2 bodies down there. Okay, was it 2 or 3? However, whatever amount it was. But you seen that man put bloody bodies down there, and now you want to get yourself a closer look. Man, get up out of here. Like, no. I'm sitting in this. No, I'm like, in fact, I'm like, we wouldn't even have been there. No, we wouldn't even have been there, like, even having that conversation and things. You're going to, man just chased you away, ran you off the road, and then you want to circle back and go to his place and see. No, what we're going to do, go to our location where we were originally going to go to. If we stop for gas, okay. But we're not stopping this car for no reason whatsoever, okay? Y'all get tired, then yeah, we gonna be still driving the car, but we gonna do one of those like driving the car and switching seats at the same time. So I'm like, you put your foot on the gas, but we ain't stopping this car for no reason whatsoever. Like, and it was like, and then when they got to the police station, like still talking about Jeepers Creepers, but yeah, when they got to the police station, he killed off like half them cops and things. Excuse me. But yeah, when he killed those cops, I was like, okay, well, they got guns. Like, this ain't doing nothing to him and stuff. Like, yeah. I ain't got the time for it. Nope. No, I'm alright. I think it's best if I'm just like, yeah, not at police station anywhere. I mean, overall, like, he was just, because he was like, what, he was supposed to be like a demon monster or something like that. And I'm like, man, that is some crazy stuff. Then he eats people to be better. Like, that's some stuff where I'm like, man, why do I gotta be involved in this? I've been so mad if I had to deal with something like that in real life. Because I'm like, why me? I have like billions of people on Earth. Like, overall, I don't want nobody to go through my problems. But in a situation like that, I'm like, why did it have to be me? Why did I have to be the one to see this? Like, dang, man, I don't even know where they were going to. But I'm like, here, I could have been enjoying my life, enjoying myself. But instead, I'm getting chased down by a demon that comes out every 23 years and be flying around chasing people. Like, man, nope. I ain't got the time for all that. I'm like, look. All right, then when they went, oh, man, because that was a scene that I had watched. Because I watched a little bit of it today. And they showed when he was at that old lady's house. I'm like, bro, that's like, that's the type of stuff. I'm like, dang, how did I watch that when I was a kid? Like, there is movies that I watched as a kid. Like, House on Honey Hill, Jeepers Creepers, probably my favorite. What other movies that I watched when I was a kid? Like, scary movies and stuff. Because I remember I watched The Exorcist when I was a kid. I remember I watched that. That movie didn't really scare me, though. That's the crazy part about it. Like, I watched that movie, and that was, like, the one movie everybody said it was scary. I remember I watched the documentary, and there was, like, people was throwing up in theaters and losing their minds. But I was like, I don't know. I didn't find the movie that scary, and I watched the movie too. I'm like, I don't know what to find scary about it. Like, I don't know. Like, I know what the situation that they're in is like. It's messed up, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not scared, and so what do you do when you're not scared, especially a movie like that? But there were some movies similar to it that was there was one movie I remember I had walked out of the theaters, and it was one of those like devil like type movies and stuff. But I remember I got up. It's those jump scare scenes, man. Like, I don't like that with movies. Cause I'm like, overall, like, I remember I had sat down and I had watched that movie and I wasn't even scared. But it was so like, no, throughout that whole movie, I don't want to mention the name because I'm like, that movie, it was overall like, I don't know, like, I don't want to call it dumb, but it was just one of those movies where I was like, it kind of like made me upset at the fact that every scene or every clip of this movie has to have some loud noise go off. And it's like, knowing in real life, see, that's what I'm saying, like a realistic scary movie, like a movie that's going to leave you naturally scared, that's a scary movie. But this movie, I'm like, no, it was like, there was just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare, and that was the only movie that was like sitting there jumping and things. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. If this is overall what this whole movie is, like, it ain't even scary. I'm like, and I've seen scarier movies than this, and it's like, overall, the plot's supposed to be more scary. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I'm like, this movie, I was like, yeah, that movie. What movie? I was like, yeah, I found the Alien movie, Signs, more scarier than this. But this movie, I can sit down and watch it and just be all like, why? Like, I remember when that movie came out on cable, because that's what I'm like, if I were to ever make a scary movie, it's going to leave people scared. Like, I'm saying, like, the stuff I know I can come up with, because I've been writing stories and stuff since I was a kid. That's one thing people don't know about me, and that's probably why, like, instead of finding movies, like, scary or funny or action, like, all that stuff, like, I don't know, I guess it's different when it's a scary movie, because you're trying to see overall if you're going to be scared and things. But I mean, overall, like, that's how it is with, like, all movies and stuff. Like, if a comedy movie is going to make me laugh, or if an action-packed movie is going to have me on the edge of my seat, or if a scary movie is going to have me, like, you know, naturally scared, like, I turn the corner and scream because I ain't seen a palm tree or something. But, like, overall, I feel like, I don't know, like maybe with scary movie. I know I did write, a scary story. I remember I wrote this scary story called The House. And that movie, or not movie, but that story that I wrote, I honestly think it had been I think it would be a really good movie and stuff, because I know, so overall how it started off, alright, telling you guys my own, like, fictional scary story and things. So it's about a family, right? They're moving, they find this house, big nice house and things. They go there. The guy's all like, oh yeah, it's like, I don't want to live in this house no more and things. Like, you know, it's a nice house, but I'm just quite done with it and things. And so there's like, I'm like, as I'm telling the story and stuff of my story, I'm thinking of more things to add to it, because no, this is something that I actually want to be like a movie or a story or like something to watch one day. But so yeah, they go there and they're all like, oh yeah, nice house, looking around, and the kid, he sees somebody in the window staring at him, all right, with a bloody axe. And I was like, I know, like, right now as a kid, I'm like, dang, man, my mind was crazy when I was younger and stuff. I don't know, I haven't really written anything lately, but I think about it every once in a while, like, man, I really should, like, go out, get a notebook, and just start writing a story or something in there. But anyways, yeah, the kid starts freaking out, and they're all like, yo, like, there's somebody in the house and things, and they're like, got a bloody axe, and then they look, see that nobody's there. So this is where I'm like, the naturally, like, scary or like realistic stuff would happen, because I know if I were to see that, I wouldn't even want to sleep in that house, knowing that there's a scary axe man in there. So anyways, I wrote it to where when the kids, they both get scared and they sleep outside. And so I ain't really, like, write a whole lot, because I know, like, that was my thing. Like, that was my challenge to myself. I wanted to write the story, but have it, like, all on the same paper and stuff. So I wrote down, like, I think what it was like the kids, they slept outside, but then they heard noises going on in the house, and so they thought their parents was in danger. Found the parents, got chased around by some ghosts and things, and then yeah. Overall, like it's like they're caught between like a war between a good ghost and a bad ghost, and so then the second one is like kind of showing the fight between the good ghost and the bad ghost, and then I think I wrote a third like plot to it. I didn't like completely write it all, but I wrote down like the idea for the third one was showing the origins of the ghost and how everything had happened and stuff. So there's just like an ongoing fight between some ghosts. And then I think I was gonna write a fourth one too. And yeah, I don't even know what the fourth one's gonna be about, but as creative as I am, like that's the thing that people don't really know about me is that I can write down a story just like that. Like if somebody were to give me a piece of paper right now and say write down a story, and it could be about anything, I could do it. I can seriously do it. In fact, I'm thinking I don't even know. Like I could come up with a story right now and it just be about anything. Like once upon a time, there was a boy. He was riding a bike. Looked up at the moon, but he seen something like circling around the moon. Came down. Turns out it was an alien, and then yeah, he befriends the alien. Boom, story right there. Like that's like I could just like come up with the story about anything, and it's like that's. Like like a science fictional story. That's something I actually might write down in things. Like I feel like it would be like a good story and stuff. It sounded a lot like E.T. though. Like now thinking about it, I don't know. Maybe it's like I'll probably switch it up to where it's like a grown man getting off of work and then he sees something like circling around the moon and then it comes down, lands, and it's an alien and he befriends it and things. And overall trying to like treat it like because it looks like the alien in my head. Like how I'm seeing it, the alien looks like a human. So he is trying to like teach this alien a human like lifestyle, but it's from a different planet. So he has to actually, you know what? No, that's Kanye West's Runaway music video. So nope, never mind. That was just something that I just thought of off the top of my head, but I'm like it's something that's already been done before. So nope, can't do that. Can't do that. Dang, what else can I come up with? I don't know. I feel like I could do like I just looked at my video game case. I'm like I could do something about dinosaurs. Like it's like a human versus dinosaur type situation, but it has to be like in the caveman days, you know. And then it's just showing like a war between cavemen and dinosaurs and stuff. But then that might be messing with history because I guess the dinosaurs, they were all wiped off of Earth and things, and so I don't know. I could come up with something, but I feel like it's already been done, and that's my thing. I want to do something new. I want to do something different and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, I can write down anything. That's what I've been doing. That was actually like a school assignment at my elementary school, Gatewood. They had it with the teacher. He had it where we like one side we had to do like math and a bunch of other different stuff, and on the other side we had to write down a story. I was already writing stories and stuff when I was a kid. Like I remember as like growing up, I would like write about me. I'm like, hi, my name is Tyler. I'm however old I was, and just start writing about my day. And it'll just be about anything at that. So I was like, yeah, I remember when the teacher, when he gave us like this assignment, he gave us this like new form of schoolwork when we had to write down stories and things. I was like, oh, this is easy. And I think the one story I remember, it seemed like it could have been a Twilight Zone episode or something. But anyways, yeah, it was about like people that go into a house and then they disappear. No traces of them, like what happened to them and things, but they go into this house and they just disappear. And people are trying to figure out, like, what's happening to them. Like, why did they go in this house and disappear? And, yeah, it's one of those, like, mystery movies and stuff. See, that's what I'm like. I wrote that when I was a kid. I was 9 years old when I came up with that. Yeah, I remember that because 4th grade, 9 years old, yup. I was writing stuff crazy then and things. What else did I write? That was like honestly the only thing but I still be coming up with like movies and TV show ideas. Like even one of the episodes of my podcast was a TV show idea, like a reality TV show, but it's also a game show and things. But the game is that you're robbing a bank. So you gotta come up with like an idea or like a plot or a plan on how you're gonna rob this bank. But it's like gonna it's gonna get harder and harder as like the episodes and season progresses on and stuff. And so then even at work, I was just all like, man, like this would be like a funny idea to have like a TV show like based off of me and a few coworkers at my job and things. Like that was like one thing I talked about with a coworker at my job. I'm like, yeah, me and him, we should just like it should be like a TV show but about us. Like and it's just like our daily, because it was like I don't know, I think that idea had like there was a TV show that kind of inspired that idea, and it was the Wayans brothers, both Sean and Marlon Wayans. They had this TV show in the 90s where it was about them and their job, and then just seeing how their life regressed on. And I was just all like something like that, but it's me and it's just like a friend of mine's at work and things. And it's just overall just like a bunch of just funny stuff that's happening, and probably have our serious moments and things. And then of course like this series finale has to be like us moving out and things, and then it's just like a emotional episode, taking a trip down memory lane. Like I'm already thinking of the series finale of the show. But yeah, I'm like, seriously, like I think when I do have the time to do YouTube full time and things, like, oh man, like if I like, bruh, I'm about to seriously, if it's friends of mine's or if it's like hired actors and stuff, yeah, I'm about to get so creative and stuff with videos. I'm really gonna go in. And yeah, it's like, but yeah, right now it's just kind of just getting to that point where I can do YouTube full time. But anyways, yeah, that's something that's like I'm probably gonna have like I'm probably be making, TV shows, movies. I'll probably be making music videos. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different things. Overall, all right, before I even end this podcast, because I remember in middle school I had took this like test thing to overall like see what I'm good at. And there's like creativity and arts. And that's something that kind of just always stuck in my head. And I was just all like, I definitely got to show that, when I get onto the YouTube platform and things. So from time to time, you'll see some stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast. If you are new on my YouTube channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out my other YouTube channels. TMossBoss, TMossBoss Gaming, Moss and Hip Hop. What else? Moss Gets Athletic. Like all my YouTube channels, all the ones that I promote, I have like links of them in my YouTube video. So yeah, go to my YouTube channel, TMossBoss. Click on the latest video. All the links to my YouTube channel should be in the description of the video. And if you are on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are on the website SeatGeek, all right, and you're purchasing tickets for a basketball game or a football game or a music concert, anything, use my promo code TMossBoss and it'll knock $20 off your first purchase. The website is once again SeatGeek. All right, I feel like if you say it too fast, you ain't gonna hear it. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Make sure you follow, subscribe, however it's set up. And yeah, peace.